Hello everyone, this is Evangelos Nagy, and this is a kind of weird video. As you may have noticed from the title, I was doing something, and a part of it is what I'm going to show you right now. Well, that was a part of what I'm going to show you right now, that's what I mean. So, I'm going to put the camera over here. Actually, no, I'm going to put it on the computer or next to it, like this. So, let me first talk about what I'm doing. And then I'm going to show you how it's working. So, this program is called rFX Gen.EXE. It was shipped with the Dragon Flame game engine. And when I started using it back in 2012 or so, when I had the RS Games client for about a month or so, and it was like August and stuff, and I was playing, and I just seemed to look around Dragon Flame and found this rFX Gen.EXE, and I was like, what? And I opened it, and I heard something like this, or something similar. Well, not similar, but it can be anything. It can be this, it can be this, it can be this. No Skype sounds intended. Anyway, so I heard something, and I was like, let's explore the screen and see what this is. Well, firstly, the title of the window, I don't know why I said window, it's Retro rFX Generator. So what that means is, it gives you an opportunity to change the characteristics of a sound wave, either square, saw, sine, or noise. And, well, you can change the characteristics of it. You can change frequency, you can change the attack, you can change the decay, you can change how long the sound is. You can make it so that it's about 20 milliseconds as well, which is kind of weird. And you can make it, you can change the punch, you can change the ramp and ARP, and vibrato, and phase, and square duty if you're using the square wave, and a lot of different things like LPF and HPF, which I don't know what it is. And, well, you'll see what you can do. There's a lot of things that this thing can do. So let's go into it. I'm going to turn my speech on, and
speech mode talk.
This is what you'll find when you first start up the window, or when you first start up the game, or not game, but program.
Retro.
Okay, Retro rFX Generator.
rFX Generator. Master controls grouping. Random button Alt R.
The random button is what I just used. It gives you random stuff. If you tab around,
Play button Alt B.
play plays the same exact sound, but you can do this by pressing a shortcut, which it always says. If I press P now, it plays it again. One thing to note for those people who really like going into these kinds of stuff, if I, for example, do a noise wave which is kind of low, you may be able to hear that, of course, it has the noise wave characteristics because it's always randomly generated. But when you play it, it is randomly generated, so it doesn't. It doesn't generate it again. It only generates it once you change a different wave or change the any parameter of it. It will change the parts.
Mutate button Alt N.
Mutate, I'm going to talk about later. I thought it was mute, but no, it's mutate. And when I pressed M, I got quite a surprise. So, yep.
Import export grouping. Load button Alt L.
You can load and save as DSX files. I don't know why. Or .wav. You cannot load .wav files, though. You can only save them.
Save button Alt S. Save one button Alt W.
Yep, that one.
Load from clipboard button Alt O.
And you can also save stuff to clipboard, which is cool.
Save to clipboard button Alt C.
Yes.
Presets grouping. Coin button Alt N.
Okay, these are the presets. You can always use these for anything you want. I like using anything just to mess around with it. The coin is always a square wave. It's kind of high pitched. It has decay always, and it doesn't have. It's about half a second most of the time, maybe 300 milliseconds if you're really lucky. Very short. And also, it sometimes has an ARP amount. So we'll see what I get now. Nothing. Weird. Let me just press N. Yep, we got that. Or you can have that, for example. You can hear that there's a bit of ARP in there. I'll explain the ARP, but you can hear that it always goes upwards. That was very short, about 150 milliseconds or so. That was another ARP. And I accidentally pressed the mutate button. So you can hear what the ARP does. I'll see if I can find one where the ARP is very noticeable, because it does these randomly. Whoa, that was kind of low pitched. Oh my god. I used this for the intro. I just changed one of these and changed the bass frequency. That's a very, very hardly noticeable ARP. That. It's very small in terms of note, or that. That is actually 2 notes. That is what I'm really talking about. You can hear that when it goes to the next note. That's what ARP is.
Laser button Alt A.
Okay, lasers. These can be saw, square, or sine. And they always go down, and they sometimes are about 250 milliseconds, sometimes they're 75, kind of short. So they're like these, and most of the time they're very, very high pitched. Or they're these, which are too low pitched. Oh, whoa! Let's see if we can find one that's a sine wave. Come on, find a sine wave. That. But that barely went down, it was too short. Yeah, weird. I wanna oh, that's a cool one. I wanna find one that's very long. You can barely hear that because it's so low and it's a sine wave. Cool. I'm pressing the A button for this. Good sine wave. Okay, let's just move on.
Explosion button Alt D.
Explosions are always noise wave, and they have a lot of different characteristics that they can use. They can even use ARP and vibrato, and they can go up or down, and they can be low or high or anything. And the way I do this, let me turn my speech off.
Speech mode off.
I press E for explosion, and then there's this wave type combo box. By pressing T, you can change that the current sound should be square, saw, you can barely hear the difference, sine, or noise. And that is what the explosion's gonna be. So this kind of reminds me of a snare for an NES or Master System or something. Kind of cool. So if I look at the attributes of this on the square, you can see that it's a little warm square with a, well, almost a 1000 frequency, about 1000 hertz. And, well, what can you say?
Speech mode talk.
So I always like changing the attributes of the square wave and explosions and stuff.
Jump it.
Okay.
Coin up, left explosion up, power up button alt U.
Power up. Power ups.
Speech mode off.
These are kind of cool. They sometimes go down. No, they don't go down. They always go up. Or they have vibrato. And they're always either square or saw. Or like these. This goes very upwards and it had a bit of vibrato in. That only went up. I like that one. Or that. This barely has any vibrato, but it does go a little up. Or that one. That's not a power-up. That's an alarm. Well, kind of. That was a weird one. Yeah, that goes up. Let's see what happens if I do this with noise. Yeah, it does that. Okay. Next is hit. I don't like these. This can be square, saw, or noise. And this always goes up, or I mean down, very fast, kind of like a laser. And it's very short all the time. That was all noise. That was a square, or saw. How fast or how short is that? Maybe even 50 milliseconds. Okay. I don't like using that. Jump. This always goes up, and sometimes it is very, very, very high pitch. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this. For example, this only has square and saw variants. And there's the blip, which is always square and saw only. And either has decay or not, and it's a, well, bleep. I don't know why, but I like doing that. I'm just messing around. Okay, I found that I can make some music with this. I know this is going to be kind of ridiculous because I don't know what I'm going to be getting, but here we go. Okay, let's just move on. What is that?
Speech mode B. Speech mode talk. Wait type. Combo of cycle.
That is a sign. Listen. Weird.
Square.
The square doesn't even do that.
Speech mode off.
I'm never gonna try noise with that. It's so low. Okay, I'm going to make a random coin sound, and I'm going to check the parameters of it.
Speech mode talk. Super sample. Scroll R33.
The super sample you can only change by very small amounts. Press up and down to change anything. That is a very big amount of frequency jumps. I don't know why that's there.
Attack. Scroll R50.
Attack. If you change this up, it will do the following. It will do that.
Decay. Scroll R74.
The decay, if I change it to 50,
Attack. Decay. Scroll R59.
it does that.
Sustain. Scroll bar 50.
And so does the sustain. If it's at 50, no. I'm going to change that to 100.
Decay.
And
Scroll
I'm
bar
going to
30.
do decay. You can notice that now that is gone.
That's decay. Scroll bar 47.
You can hear a slight click.
Sustain. Punch. Scroll bar
The
71.
punch, if you change this, I don't really know what that does.
Bass 3. Scroll bar
The
72.
bass frac, well, you can go up and down like I did. And then when you press up too many times, it goes back up.
Freak limit. Scroll bar 50.
I don't know what that does.
Ramp. Scroll bar 50.
Okay, ramp. If you change this up, this happens.
D-ramp. Scroll bar 50.
If I change the D ramp down, it will change the ramp. But then the first ramp is going to be overtaken by the other one, like this.
Ramp. D-ramp. Ramp. Freak limit. D-ramp. With D-ramp. Ramp. Scroll bar 57. Freak ramp. D-ramp.
And you can go very up.
Vibrato strength. Scroll bar
Okay,
50.
vibrato. I'm gonna go up.
Vibrato speed. Scroll bar 50.
And if you change this, this happens. You can make it do that.
Vibrato
And
strength.
if you make it go very up, oh my god. I'm gonna go. Let me see.
Please. Vibrato strength. D-ramp. Ramp. Freak bass punch.
Let me see.
Freak ramp. Freak
I'm trying to
sustain.
make a
Scroll.
a sound effect here.
Sustain.
This kind of sounds like the Sonic 1 and no, the Sonic 2 and Chaos and Triple Trouble and stuff on Game Gear. When it breaks, kind of. You know what I mean? Anyway,
Freak ramp. D-ramp. Vibrato.
I'm
Vibrato
gonna
strength.
change that
Scroll bar
back to
55.
5.
Vibrato strength. Scroll bar 50. Vibrato speed. Scroll bar 71. With D-ramp. Ramp. Scroll bar 50. D-ramp. Scroll bar 52. With up amount. Scroll bar 50.
Okay, I can't really tell how this ARP thing works,
Vibrato
but
delay.
I'm gonna
Scroll bar
try.
50.
Oh, vibrato delay. What?
Vibrato speed.
Let me try.
Vibrato delay.
I don't know what that does.
Vibrato. With up amount. Up.
If you press this up, It will take up more of the file more and more. Let me see. I think you know what I'm talking about. And now I'm gonna change the decay. That kind of sounds like the Mario coin. Kind of. Anyway, I'm gonna put the decay back and get rid of the art. And you can also go down. Oh my god. Okay. Square duty. This does this. If you can even hear it. I don't know why. And you can change the duty sweep. Like, if you put it over here, and then you do duty sweep. That's cool. Anyway, I'm gonna put that back to square. Okay, the repeat speed, I don't know how this works. Let me see. If I change the sustain, we could go very, very weird. Maybe. I don't know how this works. Anyway, this kind of reminds me of, you know, selecting an item or something. I'm going to go back and change the sustain. A bit too much. Okay, phase. It does weird things. It does that. I don't know how the LPF stuff works, so I'm going to get rid of it. So, yeah, that's all you can do. And the mutate button, let me tell you what it does. I'm going to mutate this file. First, I'm going to save it to the clipboard so that I can show you that. So, what it does is it will change certain parameters of the file, like this. And I'm just holding it, and it does this. So it's changing the frequency and arc and probably the ramp and the phase and a lot of other things. Now it's doing that. And it becomes very weird. And that's not me pressing the button. I'm holding it. Now all you've got left is that. Okay, it's going up and up and up. Or maybe not. Whoa. Oh, there we go, it's going down. It's going down. And now it's changing to sustain. Weird. Or it's a little too long, I think. What is going on? Did it just mute? Yeah, it completely muted it. After a lot, it does mute properly. Probably. Something. Let's see if it comes back after a few seconds. Oh, there we go. It does come back. So it muted for a few seconds, which is weird. So that is what has become of my little invention. This is the final result of the mutated version of this. You know, weird. And the reason why I changed it to this frequency is because stop being such a... And of course, NVDA has to say sign. So stop being such a... And yes, I know it's a little... Let me see. No. There we go. So, everyone's a... No, they're not. Anyway, you can also mess around with the noise wave. But I don't like doing it. You can make it even higher. Or going like that. And yes, I know, it's kind of weird, but that's what some people like to do. They like to do this. And it ended on that one. Anyway. Whoa. Weird. Whoa. What? That's a weird sound. So I can generate a bunch of random sounds and mess around. Oh my god. That is creepy. That is creepy, let me tell you. The square wave sounds like that. But seriously, that was creepy. Anyway, let's play some more of this weird song that I made up. And sorry for the low battery or whatever that was.
Speech on. 20% of battery remaining.
Yep, I don't care. So I hope you've enjoyed this video of rFX Gen.EXE. If anyone wants it, you can contact me, and I will throw up a Dropbox link and put it in somewhere. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. Again, thanks for watching, and goodbye for now. Or not. I'm just gonna keep making random sounds, but without you. So yeah, I'm really gonna end the video now. I hope you've enjoyed. Goodbye this time for real.